Hey, fellas. So, I think I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago. I took the air conditioner out of the window. Wasn't expecting to use it again anytime soon. And, lo and behold, less than a week after I pull the AC out of the window, we get a early in the season nor'easter. Yeah, go fig. There's still a little bit of snow on the ground left from it too. Not a lot though. It's too early in the season. We didn't even get a lot to stick on the ground. I mean, I know there was at least a little bit of plowing going on, but it ended up being how can I put this? Kind of overblown, I guess. You know, a lot of people, oh, there's a nor'easter coming, and then the storm hits, and it's like, okay, it's snow, and it goes away. It's like, come on, guys. It wasn't even was it? I'm trying to remember. Was it before Halloween or just after? I can't recall now. But yeah, it just went nowhere. So I drafted last week. At least one of the drafts I came in fourth. I can't remember where I came in for second draft. I really can't. Or was first draft, or was second draft fourth place, and I don't remember where I came in first draft. I'm trying to think. I'm thinking I actually came in pretty high in first draft and came in like fourth in second draft. But I'm drawing a blank. I don't recall too well. Anyways, the decks I drafted. First draft, relatively decent deck. Murder of Crows, Stitch Drake, 2 Lantern Spirits, Ghoul Razor, Diagraph Ghoul, which is not a bad card at all. It's not great late game, but getting them early game is really awesome because it's a 2/2 for 1 mana. That's hard to argue with, 2 Falconwrath Nobles, which I learned the other week is a card that I've been underestimating. And a pair of Vampire Interlopers because, hey, it's a 2/1 flyer for 2. It's not bad. 2 Moons of the Unhallowed, those are nice. It's like, yeah, you play it, you get 2 creatures. I mean, 4 mana for a pair of 2/2s out of 1 card, not bad. The fact that late game you can flash it back for a couple extra bodies, works. It works. Tribute to Hunger, nice removal spell. Blazing Torch, nice removal card. 3 Claustrophobias. Removal / control. It's a good card, at least in draft. Silent Departure, it's a fun control card. 2 Frightful Delusions, a Dissipate, a Curiosity. The deck did all. I want to say the deck did all right. Bust into the phone. I had a Curse of Death's Hold in the sideboard. I didn't put it in because it's kind of high on the mana curve, and also had an Ophelia Drownyard in there in the sideboard as well, but I just didn't use it. In fact, looking over this, I don't think I had any rares in the deck at all. What, was Murder Crows an uncommon? Yeah, it is. Yeah, I don't think I had any actual rares in the deck. And it performed pretty well. That's one of the things, too, that a lot of people that I know, one of the things I've said over and over again, it's like, if you go into a draft and you rare draft, expect to lose. Seriously. Because you're going to end up with you're more likely than not going to end up with an eclectic pile of crap, because there's a lot of rare cards that really aren't viable in draft, But I know I've said this over and over again. Sideboard, I had a pair of Rolling Temblors, a Fury of the Bitten. I was kind of disappointed too, because just like, 2 Rolling, that's all I got out of red. That was the only good red coming by. Red I found is a really hard color to try and go main deck in Innistrad draft, simply on account of the fact is the good cards get snapped up really fast. It's a good complement color if you can get your hands on the good cards, but usually this doesn't happen, I've found. It's rare to see, like, you know, a good removal card in red go more than 3 picks, you know? If you didn't open it, or weren't sitting next to the guy opening it, don't expect to get it. And that's the long and short of it when it comes to red in this set. At least that's my observation. You know, it's a good, it's a decent complement color, but rarely have I seen it be main deck or be, like, you know, primary worthy. But I have seen some people manage to pull it off. I don't know whether that's luck or they go with other cards or whatever. Sideboard had a Hamlet, also had a Hamlet Captain, a Vicinian Priest, a Gallows Warden, a Spare from Evil, Lost in the Mist, or as I sometimes like to call it, Lost in the Sauce. Sell-Off Occultist, Ghoul Caller's Chant, I just didn't have space for. Corpse Lunge, it's kind of ghetto removal. It's alright. I didn't main deck it though, never used it. Frightful Delusion, I know I had 2 in the deck. At first I was running 3, but I added Curiosity in favor of the 3rd one on someone's recommendation, and the only time the Curiosity came into my hand, it was useful. So it was probably the right move. Wooden Stake, didn't use it. It was almost as much a defensive draft as anything else. I've got a couple of vampires in the deck. 2 Demon Male Hobricks. It's not bad. It's better if you're playing white and you get a bunch of, like, Doomed Travelers and Mausoleum Guards, but other than that, it's kind of questionable. Of course, you can also use the, what is it, the Traitorous Blood, I think it is, the colorless double red spell where you take a creature till end of turn from your opponent. Cobbled Wings, didn't use it. Shimmering Grotto, I think I actually had took up a land slot in the deck. I'm not certain. Maybe not. I mean, that's only running 2 colors, you know. Cobbled Wings, blue-black, blue-white. I found Cobbled Wings isn't that great. However, I've seen it used to great effect in red-green werewolf in draft. Let me tell you something. You know, when a 7/7 werewolf hops on a hang glider, as ridiculous as that mental image sounds, you take that seriously. It's like, what is that? It's a 7/7 werewolf on a hang glider. It's a what? But yeah, that's funk. That's funk. Cliff Trop Retreat, I don't think I got that out of the prize pool. I think somebody gave it to me because I've been decent with them with trades and advice and whatnot, so all well and good. Fellow by the name of Tony. Seems like a, you know, good guy overall. And like just about anyone named Tony, I will always give him crap when it refers to, you know, with Iron Man 2 references, you know. Hey, Tony, double cycle. What? You told me double cycle, more power. Good advice. You sound pretty spry for a dead man. You too. That, of course, is especially during Scar's block draft when the Palladium mirror came up, like, oh, Palladium to the... Hey, Tony, Palladium to the chest. Painful way to die. But, yeah. Prize pool, got a Moorland Haunt. It was kind of nice. Foil Riot Devil, foil Blood Crazed Neonate, DCI promo, alternate art, blah 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 blah. A Manor Gargoyle. I don't know if I'm going to do anything with it, but I've got it. It's a fun little card. Maybe one of these days I'll like whip up a Gargoyle tribal deck. That would have to be a red-white deck too, for the most part. I've got so many red-white decks just hanging around. It's kind of funny. I've got at least 3. I've got a red-white Infect deck, my Freezer Burn deck. I've got a red-white deck where the theme is just, I blow up everything. Which is a great theme, mind you. Blow up everything? Oh, hell yeah. What do? I turn your creature there into an enchantment. Then I swing with this dude, who's Shadow, And when he hits you, he destroys enchantments. Okay. Oh, and he's got an enchantment on himself that, when he hits you, forces you to sacrifice a land. I mean, come on, man. How do you not love that? How? Runechanter's Pike. It's not a bad card. It's pretty decent in draft. I'm not sure if I have any decks, though, where I can really make optimal use of it. I don't know. But I gotta say, that would actually be pretty fun in a deck built around the 1/1 guy for blue who transforms into a 3/2 flyer. That'd be kind of funky. Sulphur Falls, and oh hey look, there's an Affiliate Drown Yard. I can't remember. Was that my keeper? Holy crap. Yeah. But, actually put that Sulphur Falls aside. I got a purpose for that. Second draft. Hey, look, I got a Clifftop Retreat in the deck. That was my keeper, too. Before I go much further with that, what have I got? I've got a Rebuke, a Bonds of Faith, Brimstone Volley. It's hard to get more than one Brimstone Volley in the deck, even if you're heavy drafted, right? It's hard because people don't like passing those, and for good reason. Fiend Hunter, yeah, he's a creature, but he's a great removal card. Skursdag Cultist, She's Funk, Moment of Heroism, Voiceless Spirit, Mausoleum Guard, Doom Traveler. Good cards. Selfless Cathar, he's alright. He's mostly a filler. Abbey Griffin, it's okay. My big complaint about the Abbey Griffin is they monocosted it as highly as they did to justify making it as splashable as it is for a common slot. Because for a colorless and double white, there's a creature that's functionally identical. It's a 2/2 flying Vigilance Griffin. But yeah, the Abbey Griffin, you convert one of those white mana in the other Diving Griffin, I believe it's called. Yeah, convert one of the colorless mana Diving Griffin's mana cost to 2 colorless, and you're now looking at 3 and a white. I mean, generally, the accepted trade-off is 2 colors for a single color. So yeah, there's that. Over here I got a Blazing Torch, a Traveler's Amulet, a Butcher's Cleaver, all well and nice. Cleaver's nice if you can stick it on a human, like, the Skursdag Cultist, or the Fiend Hunter, or the Mausoleum Guard, or the Doom Traveler, or the Selfless Cathar. Yay! 3 Ashmelt Hounds. Those guys are really nice, especially on the defense, because they deal the damage when they block or become blocked. So it's a nice, fun, happy little triggered ability. I've mentioned before during pre-release, someone swung at me with the 3/2 First Strike Abattoir Ghoul, that whenever a creature goes to the graveyard the same turn that it damaged it, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness. And he swung at me, and I double blocked with a pair of Ashmelt Hounds and took it down before its combat damage was even an issue, Kid science fun stuff. Feral Ridge Wolves. I've said before, these things aren't bad. They're kind of an undervalued card. I was taught just how nasty they can be by someone who drafted them heavily, along with the the Flail, I believe it is, or Morningstar, what the heck they call it. It's the equipment that says the equipped creature deals double damage and receives double damage. You put that on something with trample and a modified version of fire breathing, yeah, weird stuff happens. Weird stuff. Riot Devils. It's a 2/3 for 2 and a red. Other than having a different creature type, it's technically better than Hurloon Minotaur. Hurloon Minotaur is a colorless and double red for a 2/3, and this is 2 and a red for a 2/3. So, a little bit of power creep there, not much. Minotaur is, at this point, still a better tribe than Devil, not by a lot, mostly because of the presence of the Didgeridoo. One of these days I'll have to bust my Minotaur deck out. little video around that thing, you know. But put all these aside. I'm gonna have to unsleeve these before I go out tonight. Prize pool. I picked up a wooden stake. There's a devil's play and a creepy doll. I think the creepy doll was originally in this deck. Hold on a second. The rares. Yep, here we go. The rares in this deck. I had in addition to the Clifftop Retreat, I had a creepy doll, a blasphemous act, which is a nice card, but I valued the land more, and excuse me, Angelic Overseer, the 5/3 flyer that gains hexproof and indestructible if you control a human. Shazam! But yeah, I didn't value any of those as highly as the land. I'm gonna get more use out of the land, and I know it. I know it. Sideboard off of this thing. Markov Patrician, Curse of Oblivion, Invisible Stalker, Think Twice, Ulvenwald Mystics. It's a 3/3 that transforms into a 5/5 Regenerator. Well and good, right? Woodland Sleuth, and two Orchard Spirits, an Ambush Viper, 2 Dark Thicket Wolves, a Gostov Shepherd turns from 2/2 to a 3/3 Intimidator. You know, maybe I should have gone. I thought about going green instead of one of my other colors too. I really did think about it. I just didn't think I had. I just didn't think I had the quality in green, and maybe I was wrong on that. I don't know. I don't know. And to be perfectly honest, I also haven't drafted, I don't know about draft, but I haven't played green in Innistrad draft yet. I don't even have any forests sleeved up for these decks, you know? So, I don't know. Maybe I've been undervaluing it. Maybe I've been unfairly avoiding it. I don't know. I don't know. Wooden Stake, Burning Vengeance, Ancient Grudge, Crossway Vampire, Tormented Pariah. Nothing all that fantastic, you know? But, you know, had fun, picked up some cards, always well and good. Gonna go out and draft later tonight, got stuff to do, blah, 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 blah. I shall catch you guys later. Be good, be safe, so forth and whatnot. If you're going out to play cards tonight, hey, good luck, you know. And remember, removal rocks. Removal will cover for a great deal of play mistakes for you. Unless, of course, you play the removal wrong. Don't do that. You play removal wrong, and people just look at you and like, dude, are you retarded? And, you know, what can you do at that point except say, you know, I guess so. And I've misplayed removal before, too. You know, you do it and you sit there and you're like, wow, I'm dumb. It happens. It happens. Alrighty. Be good, fellas. Stay safe.